Hello everybody, thank you for joining me to today's edition of Daf Yomi, Menachit Menachit Daf 95 Amud B. Rabbi Eliezer says, one might have thought that if Zavim and lepers pushed their way in and entered, what does that mean? The wording here indicates that Rabbi Eliezer is leaning only after the fact, i.e., if these ritually impure individuals have already entered the temple courtyard. While the paschal offering is being sacrificed in a state of impurity, Zavim and lepers may not enter the temple at Benicia, Rashi on Pesachim 68b. Rabbi Eliezer derived from the verse merely that Zavim and lepers are not liable to receive koyd in this case. The temple courtyard during the sacrifice of the paschal lamb that is born in a state of impurity. If the time arrives to sacrifice a paschal offering, or any offering that is the obligation of the entire community, and most of the community bringing it, or the priest who would perform the sacrificial rites are impure due to contact with a corpse, although in these circumstances the offering is sacrificed in a state of impurity, the individuals who are Zavim, or who are impure due to contact with an animal carcass or a dead creeping animal, should not be involved in the sacrifice of the offering, nor enter the temple courtyard in a state of ritual impurity. If they enter, they are able to receive koyd for entering, and death at the hand of heaven for performing the service, as ritual impurity is overridden only in the case of impurity imparted by a corpse, according to the opinion of the rabbis who disagree with Rabbi Eliezer. When Beis HaMikdash 4:12, i.e., when the majority of neighbor which is impure due to contact with a corpse, that perhaps the Zavim and lepers are liable. In other words, one might have thought that since it is prohibitive for Zavim and lepers to enter even under such circumstances, they will be liable to receive excision from the word to come koyd. Therefore, the verse states that they sent out from the camp any leper or any Zav, or anyone impure by reason of a corpse, in Numbers 5:2. The verse indicates that at the time when those who are impure with impurity imparted by a corpse are sent out of the temple, Zavim and lepers are also sent out of the temple and are liable to receive koyd if they enter it. But when those who are impure with impurity imparted by a corpse are not sent out of the temple, Zavim and lepers are also not sent out, i.e., they are not liable to receive koyd if they enter the temple. The Braita that teaches that once the curtain surrounding the tabernacle was rolled up, it was permitted for Zavim and lepers to enter the place where it had stood, as in according to the opinion of Rabbi Eliezer. The reason is that once the curtain was rolled up, it was permitted for those who were impure with impurity imparted by a corpse to enter. It was prohibited for them to enter only the temple courtyard, and this had been dismantled. According to Rabbi Eliezer, it was permitted even for Zavim and lepers to enter the camp. The Braita that rules that even when the tabernacle was dismantled, Zavim and lepers were sent outside the camp is according to the opinion of the rabbis in the Mishnah. In the case of the 2 loaves and the shrew bread,